said...
What are we trying to get?
Well, that's what I was about to ask. I asked you a couple of days ago, SK. I said, listen, what's the motive? And you obviously gave me a little bit of understanding. Now I kind of know the full story. Like, what is the motive? Like, what are we trying to get from this? What are we trying to do?
There's nothing to get from it. It's moving forward and doing the steps to start fresh and level up and be the new Mandem. And if we have to deal with shit that is done to him by him, sorry, then we will. It's literally that. Like, this is
trying to squash it though, or are you trying
no,
to
it's not survive. Well, I don't. The thing is, there's no need to right now, right? Like, I can go to him on the phone and I can say, look, here's all the gold, here's all this. I'm gonna give it back to you. We'll go our separate ways. I could do that if that was done. I think it's a bit too little, too late.
I hear that.
The problem is if you don't do that and you tell, maybe not tell him, but we're of the opinion right now that nothing's really happening, right?
I'm trying to prolong the arc. I feel like it's getting to a point where the gang wants to give all the shit back.
Maybe they don't.
But I'm trying to prolong it as much as possible.
Cheating like that, you don't just switch gangs. I mean, he might be cool with them, he might chill with them, but I can't see, like...
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
He's been in the Mandem for multiple years. He's just left a gang. It's like an ex, isn't it? You don't
necessarily switching gangs though, but what's stopping him going to a gang and just saying,
you don't have a relationship and jump in another one?
He's not jumping in. I'm saying he could pay a gang to come fuck us up at any point.
All right, question is then, let's not beat around the bush. Out of everyone here, who wants to give the shit back?
I think we should, personally.
And feel free to voice it. Like, I'm not gonna feel a way about that. Like, because ultimately, it's about doing. Like, I want to hear everyone's perspective and understand what you all want in it.
I think especially the gold needs to go back.
I was gonna say
you could argue the money, Patar. That's fine, but the gold, even the stuff in like Denzel's stashes and shit, I think that needs to all go back because
he's gonna
at the end of the day,
have to get storage for us because we need room for that.
But even if we vocalize the point that you know we're willing to give it back, it's just, you know, you need somewhere to put it. And out of gesture of goodwill, we start with the dust, for example. You know, I think it's better than just holding it all because at the end of the day, it's of no value to us.
See, that's the thing. It's kind of hard for it to prolong it when the whole gang wants something. Because I can't just do something because SK wants to do it. I need to think for the whole gang.
Angels. So I think as a gesture of goodwill, we should give all of the gold back.
Again, I don't care about giving it back. It was more of the principle of seeing if he only thing he cares about is the money, or he actually still cares about us and me and the Mandem, you know. So I'm cool with giving it back.
He was on the ground after being shot and then got stole from. I think.
So I think I very much think it's more the principle.
Yeah, it is. So James, what do you think? You think we should give it back as well? Yeah, that's what you're saying.
I don't know if we should, because the thing is no, I think we should give the gold back. Yeah. I don't know about the money, because at the end of the day, the money is going to benefit us, and he's already said that we're past his point of ideals or whatever he said, pretty much saying it's not really going to make a difference now anyway. So.
Do you know what we do? We use
I just think we shouldn't have took it in the first place.
We try and do what Lang did with our chains. We say every week you leave us alone and you don't hurt or do anything to us, we give you X amount of gold back. Because then he's leaving us alone exactly what we want, and he's happy because realistically, if we're fired at Gold Rush, we can't even make money from that gold because we can't turn it into bars anyway. So
I don't think that's the move.
That's the backwards way of doing it, I think, because you're basically saying, oh, we'll give you a back, but we don't trust you to not do anything, so we're only giving you.
Also, what are we paying him to stop? Like, we're still very much operating on this basis as if it's like all hell has been broken loose.
Yeah, no, you're right. We hold it until he does something.
The thing is, from a gang standpoint, we're throwing all our leverage away. But from a personal standpoint, I'm more than happy to give him the gold, you know?
Bro, that's the personal standpoint, bro. Like, this guy's threatening us and...
Realistically...
You said you're a dead man walking, bro. Like, this ain't no personal level thing. We need the leverage.
I believe we should stand on our decisions, but I'm also not going to sit here when I've got the whole group wanting to do one thing and go, oh no, well, I'm gonna push it this way then, because I do have all your best interests like at heart. That's the thing, right? So if everyone genuinely wants to give it back, as much as I do think we should stand on what we've done, I will have a conversation with him. I'm not just gonna disregard what you lot want. What do you think, Saint?
I think we should. I mean, it's just respect thing, you know. Like I get that. Like I don't know how to word what I want to say. Yeah, I just think we should give it back.
See, I know you were saying he hasn't done much, right? And that's
He's
not.
called us.
I'm. Okay, well, he bombed the block.
Yeah, I
for
know,
start,
but
I don't know why we're acting like he couldn't just fucking fuck us up.
But that's what I'm saying. Like
He
could
has the
easily
facilities
just do
to
it,
fucking
but-
fuck us up, like, and that's the fact. He could turn around to any gang and pay them any amount of fucking money. It could be Saints for all we fucking know, and he could fuck. I know. Okay, he might not. That might not be the Tommy Tate way, but that is a possibility. It could happen.
Red Observatory.
I am trying to.
Come through.
My point of giving the goal back is more of a gesture of goodwill to preemptively stop something like that happening.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
See, I
that's
do,
what was
I do
That's
agree.
kinda what I
But
was
if
trying
listen,
to say.
if we're going to apply that level of fear, right, and if it is the situation of T could get the Saints involved, then on that same mindset, why are we going to then have discussions about how we should go into a coke run 6-man deep, ready to do like if we're ready to fight them in that context, why aren't we ready to fight them in this context?
And
On
bro,
God.
like as well, like when we give this gold back and he says, yeah, you owe me another 15 mil from wars, and we tell him you ain't getting it, and he does exactly the same thing as before the gold, bro. Like, please, can we? I beg we don't give him this leverage. Like, he's literally threatened to kill Patar. Said he's a dead man walking. Like,
You
we're
almost
meant
killed
to give
Ved
it back.
too.
Like, there ain't no respect here, bro. Like, he be threatening the gang.
You almost killed Ved with his airstrike too.
I'd be vexed if we just give it back to him before he's done now. Like, yeah, he bombed the block or whatever he did there, but you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, it's the block, we gotta defend it. And as much as you're saying he can pay these people to come shoot us, like I know, yeah, we got rolled in the Saints War, but we weren't fighting to our strengths, and that's exactly what we need to do.
90% of us
we
lost
need to
them.
defend the block.
90% of us lost our mental during the Saints fight.
But that's
Like
'cause we
James,
were
you were
trying
out
to
of it.
push them,
Winston,
bro.
Winston was out of it.
I mean, you can say that, Lopatar, but the reason you lost your mentor is because we got smoked repeatedly. That'll happen again if we get smoked for another week straight. I guarantee it.
But the thing is, yeah, like we were fighting them in the south side. We didn't want to fight them there. We were going for sprays. We couldn't take them because they didn't have anyone on the gang app. They weren't waking up. But if the thing is, yeah, if we're defending at our ends, bro, it's a completely different fight. It's a completely different fight. Like
My question as well is like, what is the? Do you believe that returning the gold leads to all issues resolved? Genuinely,
I think
No.
T is way more pettier than that.
because I
He's gonna
think
say
it's
we owe him another
pretty.
15 mil.
I think it's pretty.
no
I think
fucking
it's.
way.
I think it's pretty obvious that if you know him, it's never going to be that simple. We ultimately we have made our bed.
Alright, I'm gonna say this then. If we don't give anything back and
We
it
lay
does
it.
escalate into a war, I know for a fact I'll be stood here with a gun in my hand every day. If people ain't around for it, and after they've said no, we ain't giving them shit back, we need the leverage, and then they don't actively fucking back it, I won't be happy.
Yeah, as you
Me
well,
neither.
as you should. This is the thing. We all have to be on that same page. I'm gonna call him tonight, and I'm not gonna say, "Oh, you're getting your gold back." I'm gonna feel out what's going on and where he's at, and I'm gonna give him my reasoning for shooting him. Not from a gang thing, but to get that weight off my shoulders.
Do me the favor.
What did
yeah,
he say
if
to you? Actually, question. What did he say to you about the shooting thing
Who,
Me?
me?
What, you getting shot?
when you met him? No, me getting shot. No,
Let me try and.
Oh no,
Me
you
shooting
shooting
him.
him. I meant. Yeah, that's fine.
Anyone help me here? Because I'm trying to.
I mean,
struggling to remember
when
the
Jay
terms.
was talking to him about it, the way Jay put it was that we get at the end of the day, you're the leader now, so we back your decision, and he pretty much said that's fair enough. So to be honest, I really don't think he's that pissed about the shooting. I think it's very much more so the fact that the money was stolen,
Yeah, it's
and
the
then
aftermath of
the
what happened.
antagonizing after the money was stolen as well.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't happy he got shot, but at the same time, he kind of
gets it.
also said like, okay, it's SK's way of you know, proving himself or whatever is the way he put it.
He understood
The-
that
the
it was
main
just
thing
you
I think
standing
the
on
issue
what you
is-
said.
Is that happened to him? He got shot in the back of the head, lying on the ground, and then had everything stole from underneath him. You know?
Sparky, when you speak to him, if he asks for the gold, do me the favor and ask him, like, if we gave him the gold back, is he still going to be coming after us for the rest of the money? Because that's why, like, where my head's at. If we give him the gold, who's saying this is going to end, bro? Or whatever he's planning is going to end. He's
You
going to
give
be
him the gold
still
back,
trying to
nothing is
catch
going
us
to change. I
lacking.
hope you realize that.
Yeah, it literally is throwing our leverage in the ocean, bro.
I am somewhat confused though, because why are people so scared? Like when it comes to other wars, people aren't normally this scared.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Makes
saying.
this
It's
one
like
in particular
I
so
know
scary.
there's been
Because
a
it's
bombing
tea.
at the block, but like as of now, we've not been given a reason other than mental warfare to really be too concerned.
It's more the
Question.
fact that we just got smoked by the Saints, and I think we could have easily avoided this, to be honest.
I'm gonna
I
ask
think
you a
that's
question.
the reason.
Do you really
Yeah, but we're
think
already
T's
in it.
gonna go and get the Saints?
No, we're already
No.
in it
No.
though.
But I'm not saying that that's the thing. I'm just saying I think it could have been easily avoided.
Yeah, but we're
What,
already
the
in
same
it.
stuff.
No,
Or
not
the-
the Saints stuff. This.
What,
That's what I've been mainly saying.
what's happened is happened though.
Hmm.
Like I've already vocally said to Sparky several times, I don't agree with the shooting and I don't agree with the gold stuff, but it doesn't change where we are.
And I've said this to everyone. I thought, like, ultimately, it doesn't matter if you agree with me or not. I don't have any animosity to anyone that disagrees with what I did. Like, I get it. Me as a person disagree with what I did, but I had to do it.
It
That's
doesn't
just
change
how it
where
is.
we are right now,
And,
bro,
and we're
how we
still in
dealt
this
with it.
situation, right? I get what you're saying, James. I do. Like, it could have been avoided, but also, like, we don't even know what it is we could have avoided right now. One block
I think
bombing.
one other thing is, we all sat there, voted Sparky in as our leader. At the end of the day, if I agree or disagree, I'm gonna back whatever Sparky decides, you know? Because everyone had a chance to object there and no one did.
I'll call him today and ask him a few questions. And realistically, it's kind of a good conversation because he already knows everything. So it's not like I have to pitter-pat around it. It can be a pretty straight-up conversation. And I might ask him about Solomon.
Hey, wait, you mentioned that twice now. I don't even know about Solomon. I don't think.
Steve, you want to give him the sitch?
Tell me about Stollivan now. Stollivan? His brother.
Stephen. Stephen has picked a really bad time for this.
Is it from the beginning, you don't know about Solomon, or you know?
No, last I heard of Solomon, shot in the face, coma. I said, keep an eye on him because he might fucking be the one that told Saints because he's suspect. Yeah.
Basically, he re-emerged after the whole shooting thing on the day that Tommy went public with the stuff on Twitter and came and spoke to me, Matt, and Steve, and just kind of like, yeah, I'm back. Poked around, asked a few questions.
Yeah,
like,
I remember
with
this.
that. Fast forward from there, I spoke to him on the phone. I kind of came clean with what happened just to gauge his response and see what his energy was like. He was very off of me, very cold. Like, it was clear that there was like,
yeah?
yeah. It was clear that there was something something had changed. Steve then had a meeting with him where he basically like threw a bit of a rope and seeing if it got tugged on, where he said that he'd only really been given half the story by Patar and wasn't sure what to think of it. And Solomon had told him in that meeting that he'd spoke to T, so he was a bit concerned that, you know, they'd spoke.
T had planted seeds already. Yeah.
And then shortly after that meeting Steve had where he left that open end, he gets a text from Tommy saying, please tell me Patar told you everything, which could be coincidence, don't get me wrong, but obviously lines up with what Steve was trying to do. So we best to not trust Solomon right now. I mean, not even best to not trust, just we are not trusting Solomon.
I never trusted that Don
it's,
anyway.
It's
Yeah.
it's just completely
you.
like, even if he does like try to rebuild a bridge on this side or whatever, it's just too risky at this point to
Yeah, I hear that.
tell him anything or trust him. So that's where that's at. But I want to ask him. I want to say to T. I want to say like, I know you spoke to Solomon, and kind of just say to him like, I know what you're trying to do, like, and just reason and see what he says.
Listen, I said this in the meeting, yeah. Like, you know, SK, that even though what he's done I don't agree with, T that is, obviously leaving the Mandem, like, he is a pretty reasonable guy at the end of the day. And I know a lot of people change their attitude around him. Like, they kind of, I don't know, they're a bit more like, yes sir, no sir, when he's there. But like, you know that you can just have a straight up conversation, call him out on his bullshit, and he'll tell you the truth. Like, but at the end of the day, just, and this is what I said to Saint, and I guess this is to everyone, just be aware as to what's going on. If you're talking to T, he's likely either planting seeds or gathering information. So just be aware of that.
And he's probably aware of that from us too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not dumb.
He'll know what we'll be like. We'll be aware of it. He's just probably gonna see if it will still work.
Yeah, I mean, he's been texting all of us, right?
I get it though, like, and
No,
I
he
want you
takes
to
me
all
pussy.
know that, like, I fully get it. Like, that man had a lot of respect from everyone, and the thing is, people's response to him was unlike a lot of other gangs and unlike a lot of anyone's responses to an individual. Like, I don't know if it was masses of respect or somewhat underlying fear of like losing chains and stuff, but there was, you know, people operated differently around him. So I understand why people are skeptical, but we just got to trust each other.
Yeah.
Because 9 times out of 10, we spend 8 hours a day together without him. And I know it's hard and it's difficult that he's not going to be a part of this journey no more, but ultimately we can continue it, and we will. We can't dwell on what's
and
happened.
You weren't in the
We just
journey.
gotta push forward.
You weren't in the journey for him, you know. You're in the journey for this. Everything.
I can't stress this enough, right? I want you to feel like you can talk to me and to anyone. Be transparent. I know sometimes it can come across with this whole situation that it's like a us versus T, but I do have understanding. I know he's contacting people, and I know, like, you know, don't hesitate to just be open. I had to, like,
With him or you?
me
Like us.
and us, everyone, like the Mandem. Like, I had to get it out of Winston the other day, but like he you know, he came clean to me. He said he reached out to him and he asked for a phone call, and it was, I don't have animosity of people wanting to get his side. Makes sense.
You think it'd be a bad idea if I go meet up with him?
Yes.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Jesus Christ, Pata.
And anyone that wasn't here last night, we said, please, for the love of God, no one let Pata be alone at any point. T called him and said he's a dead man walking. And
I didn't know that.
yeah, so
He
there's
said
been
that in
a
the meeting earlier.
there's
Wait,
been a
did he?
threat made
Yeah,
You
he
two
did.
reacted.
Yeah.
You were like, "Oh, really?"
Wait, really? Because the thing is, I think sometimes, yeah, I don't know. I'm just listening to what he said. I mean, was that? I don't know when that was, because obviously you two were already there, and then we just fucking pulled up. Were you about to end the meeting when we pulled up, or?
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty.
I don't know. Like, for me, it's just like what's done is done.
That not Solomon there? Oh, that's BBMC. Come on.
Like, what you know, what's done is done. Let's not get caught up on it and cry about it and fucking worry about it. With the whole gold shit and the money stuff, like, listen, he's gone now, innit? It is what it is. Like, I don't know why we're so overly scared, is the only word that I can think of, about some, like, repercussions. Like, I appreciate who he is, but I thought we wanted to make a stance, a change, show people that we ain't willing to get pushed over, pushed around.
kind of
bro,
why I was
Question,
thinking. When
I'd be
when
vexed if we just give him the gold. I'll
and
be
this is me
honest.
just
If-
being blunt. Are we scared because we know we don't have Gold Rush funding no more?
No.
Or are we
No.
like
No.
pushing away
Doing
because
this
it's more
circle
tea?
scared. I don't think none of us are
yeah,
scared.
no,
I don't think it'll be.
None of us are scared. I get if you feel like you owe him the gold because of our respecting, but bro,
I don't give
You
two
don't have
shits
none.
about the gold. It's
he
never
walked away
been
from
about
us,
the money.
bro. He can suck his mum. You know what I mean, like, we stand our ground with this one until we can't take it.
Yeah. I wouldn't have been in this family if I actually cared about money. Because I can't lie, you guys are a money sink. That's me being blunt. But I love you guys.
Oh yeah, by the way, regardless of whatever happens to to the Gold Rush money, the Gold Rush money will not be ours, even if we never give it back to him.
Yeah.
Bro, we can't do anything with the money anyway, bro. Like, it's
Even the
in
5
dust.
men he's talking about.
No,
No, I'm
on
talking
having
about
that.
the cash and everything. None of it's coming
Yeah.
to
Oh
the
yeah,
gang.
no, I don't care none of that. Yeah. Either way, bro, like the gold dust literally does absolutely nothing for us, but we don't know when we're gonna need that leverage, and we'd be dense to give it back, like on a big.
yeah,
man
we're not
thing.
giving that shit back. It doesn't matter. We're just not giving it back. I'm gonna be honest. If we give that shit back, like T's always talking about how he's playing chess and everyone else is playing checkers. If we give that back, we just giving him a piece.
Yeah, we're folding. We're
Like,
folding.
it might just be like we've made maybe some choice decisions recently, but let's not make another one.
He wanted, bro. He was the one asking for action, and we're giving him action.
Exactly.
And that's when he asked me, I told him, you wanted action, so I took action. And then he said, I'll show you action. And then
Yeah.
that's
Let's wait for it then.
yeah.
That's it. Yeah. NZ right now for the circle. Anyway, innit? I can give.